Hey everyone, this is Miles from MoneySenseMedia. I'm a real estate investor, I own my consulting businesses, and I love digital marketing. In today's video, I want to share with you why it's so important and why paying your mortgage faster might be the single fastest way you have of accelerating and building your wealth. Now, it's really interesting that this is not talked about, particularly by financial institutions, as much as you would think. It actually makes sense because the quicker you pay your mortgage, the less money they make. But in this video, I'm going to share with you a plethora of reasons why you want to pay your mortgage a lot faster. And you'll want to stay tuned to the 13th reason, the last reason, because I think that's the secret sauce, the secret recipe as to why you and I need to do this starting right now. Number one, paying off your mortgage faster really eliminates a monthly expense that's a big chunk of your budget. For most Canadians, your mortgage payment is the biggest payment you're going to make on a monthly basis. It could range between 30 to up to 60% of your after-tax income. So it's really important for you to understand that if you're able to eliminate that cost quickly, then that income that you generated on a monthly basis is available for other things. The second reason is around building equity faster. Equity is the portion of your house that is debt-free. Every time you make a mortgage payment, a small portion of that payment goes towards the equity. And banks are very good, the moment you get a certain percentage of equity, to ask you to get more debt to buy a car or to buy a boat, which you and I know we should be doing. So paying off your mortgage faster in 5 or 7 years really allows you to have more equity, more of the actual value of the asset to your name in your possession a lot faster. So you really want to take that into account because paying off your mortgage makes you richer quicker. Number 3, reduced interest payment. As you most likely know, when you're spending 25 or 30 years paying your mortgage, the vast majority of that money that you're putting away monthly goes towards interest. That interest in Canada is not tax deductible and it goes straight in the bottom line of the banks. So by paying your mortgage faster, you're eliminating the interest expenditure that you're incurring and accelerating your wealth building in the process. Number 4, you have a guaranteed return on your investment. Let's just say that your mortgage interest rate is 4% if you're lucky, or 3%. If you're paying off your mortgage faster, it's a guaranteed return of 4%, whatever that interest rate is, on your money because you're paying it off. And that's the whole notion of it being a guaranteed return on investment when you're paying off your mortgage. It doesn't matter what the stock market does, it doesn't matter what happens in the local economy, because that 4% debt you owed, you're paying it faster, you're getting that immediate return and accelerating your wealth building. Number 5, it significantly increases your cash flow for investment. Now, if you're like me and you're a bit older, you're over 30, then that big monthly payment takes a big chunk out of your budget. But think about taking that money and investing it in the stock market or saving it in an emergency fund and building a deposit for real estate investing. You can use that monthly saving and accelerate your wealth building significantly if you don't have that mortgage payment. Number 6, financial stress. It really reduces your financial stress when you know you own your house and it gives you peace of mind. Like, the truth of the matter is, you really care less what happens in the local economy, in the political scene, and anything else if you don't have that mortgage payment to make and if you own your house free and clear. So it takes off the financial burden of even earning income. Now, this is tied to the next point in terms of number 7. It gives you the flexibility of changing careers. Have you ever thought to yourself that you wanted to make a pivot and try coaching, for example, or try digital marketing, or you wanted to take a music course or another degree, but you can't do that because of a financial commitment you have to your bank, which is your mortgage? It's a lot easier for you to change careers if you don't have a mortgage. And so I'm going to suggest to you that if you want to make a significant career change, you might want to just be focused for the next couple of years and pay that puppy down so that it gives you more flexibility to do the things you want to do on your time and on your schedule. Number 8, it improves your credit profile and your financial health. When you don't have that big monthly payment, credit agencies love it because all of a sudden it'll only be your cell phone bill or your cable bill that will drive your credit history because you don't have any large major expenses, no car payments, right? No consumer debt and anything of the sort. And so it will actually improve your credit score by not having that huge chunk of debt that's owed to the bank. Number 9, you protect yourself against inflation. Now, if you have a variable interest rate where the interest rate goes up and down based on what the Bank of Canada decides, then you know exactly what the reality is. Inflation affects the interest rate of your loan unless you have a fixed loan. So if you don't have a mortgage or you've paid that mortgage off, you become protected against any rise in cost that's tied to inflation, which would impact your interest rate. Number 10, emergency fund. If you're not new to this channel, you will know that I love to harp on the value of having an emergency fund. An emergency fund is anywhere between 3 to 6 months of cash flow that you have stocked away, and something that is very liquid that you can access within 24 to 48 hours. You have a huge upside in increasing your emergency fund if you don't have a mortgage payment. And that simply means that if the car breaks down, if you need to make an emergency trip to your home country, or if you want to give and bless someone that's in your community, you can do that really wholeheartedly without being concerned for your future. Number 11, it increases your capacity for leverage. Now, there's two schools of thoughts when it comes to leverage. Some people see leverage as a bad thing, other people see leverage as a good thing. I tend to see it as a good thing if you're using leverage in order to acquire assets and not acquire debt. Once your house is paid off, banks and financial institutions are going to be more than happy to lend you money for you to buy a $3 million, $2 million apartment building, or invest in your TSFAs, RSSPs, or even in the stock market. It's a lot easier to accelerate your wealth building when your mortgage is paid off. And I'm talking serious acceleration here in terms of what you're actually able to do. And so paying off your mortgage faster puts you in a position where you can accelerate significantly 2 times, 2-folds, 3-folds, 10-folds your investment potential. Number 12, there's some psychological benefits to being mortgage free. When you walk into your home, when you mow the lawn, when you watch Netflix and you don't have a mortgage to pay, you don't do it the same way. You don't walk the same way, you don't talk the same way, because there's a burden that you don't have on your shoulders. Mortgage in Latin actually means a commitment until death. That's the Latin root of mortgage, hypothèque in French. So you really want to be mindful of that, because clearing out that mortgage really sets you off on a different financial path and gives you peace of mind. Now, the last reason you want to pay your mortgage faster is because it's really easy to do that. I'm going to shoot a separate video on some of the things you want to do to accelerate your mortgage payment. But the truth of the matter is, particularly in Canada, we are programmed in order to pay our mortgage. Day in and day out, it's automatic. The default rate in Canada for mortgage payments is extremely, extremely low. We're great payers. And so if you're already a good payer and you already have the behavior and the habit of doing it, accelerating it is going to be a lot easier, and it's also going to accelerate your wealth building potential and your financial independence. I hope you enjoyed this video. Smash the like button if you haven't already done so, and subscribe to hear more. I'll catch you on the next one.